Same old boy.
We'll start at convention because really that's where the rodeo started, right? So we roll in, we being UC Hunting Properties, with the intentions of donating a hunt. Chris had the concept of donating the money to charity, so it was just kind of a no-brainer. We had no idea how it would go. Put the thing up for raffle. Turtle did a badass little sizzle reel that we showed during our breakout session and stuff. And obviously the night of the banquet, we turned it loose to auction and see what would happen. And you guys ended up being high bidder.
Usually stuff like that goes, we're just poor Missouri boys here. So stuff like that goes way over top our head, what it goes for. And we both like the turkey hunt. Obviously, we've hunted together a lot. And obviously it was a good cause, wounded Marines and things like that. So obviously being a Marine, that's kind of a, so it was, we kind of thought about that, and the auction started. Really, we never even talked about it. It's kind of how we work anyway. We don't have to say a lot. And we're sitting there, and I'm like, it was kind of in the fives. We thought, heck, we thought it'd probably bring 10,000, and so it was kind of in the fives, and we never talked about it much. And I just looked at him. I said, "What do you think? Want to hit it once?"
Yep.
I never even got. I don't think I got the end of "unts" out, and he went. And we owned it. So
let's talk through the hunt, because first off, we were there for opening day, so we're clearly the first people chasing these birds. Destry had mentioned and had some pretty cool video. They wintered like 400 birds down there in that timber claim. Obviously, the eve of opener, I guess is how I'll put it. You guys got there. Mike Duffy, of course, the president of UC, got there, and we had already been out scouted, seen a pretty good group of birds. I would have estimated it at like 50, give or take.
Yeah. So kind of the way that worked was they saw a bunch of birds on the south end of the bottoms, so they sent us on the north end of the bottoms. Is kind of how that worked. And they're like, "Hey, take care of Travis and Duffy. Get Duffy and the birds."
There's a nice little creek about 12 foot deep that we couldn't get across.
We could hear them. We could hear them faintly.
If we could have got across the water, we could have.
There was some birds there just across the creek. Anyway, so yeah, I think it was it. So we hung out down there we did spend an hour or so down there just piddling. But we're walking across the pivot there, and old boy looks down and is like, "I've been on a lot of trails, but I ain't never been on a turkey trail." And it was just there were so many turkey tracks in the mud, it was just unbelievable the amount of turkeys there. And then later on we got in the timber claim, crossed the mighty river in the boat, and
that's the mussel shell.
No doubt they were there, but they started scattering and going up in the hills, and that's where we ended up.
Well, and like you guys, found out, those birds are always moving out there. I mean, they just don't stop. And especially in country where you can still see it the whole way up a draw, they spot you, good luck type thing.
So we I guess just kind of the way that worked is went back up top. I'm not sure if that's a county road or whatever it is. It'd been kind of muddy, but rental car, so we were cool with that.
Nothing parties like a rental.
And we
and it partied.
Yeah, it definitely did. So we rolled up through there, just kind of like what we do around here. If we're on some run stuff, we rolled and tried to strike a bird. Hit the call just a little bit. Actually, hit the call. I think when he gobbled, we took off, and I think he left the doors open on the car and on the side of the road and everything. Yeah, so we struck that bird from the car. He gobbled, and we made a quick set. You never know when you strike a bird like that. You never really know. So I could tell he was moving. We made a move, and he kept going away from us. And I'm like, hey, I was in go mode then, trying to flank him enough to get him to turn, and we finally did. We probably went a half mile trying to flank him, I suppose, or better.
Same to the left. Same, oh boy.
You on him?
Whatever. Kill. Wait.
I can't shoot him now.
Here comes another one. Whenever you're ready.
Two more of them.
Just don't move. That's a Jake. I don't want to shoot it. Get up there and get him.
He ain't going nowhere.
Little 10 gauge to the face.
Had to wait on him. I got some good footage, Shirley.
Well, sometimes it all works out.
He ain't going nowhere. I had his head.
He did.
Thank you. That's a good call in.
It all worked out. I mean, we were, which is funny. We had the mics on, so you could hear us talking. But we're 15, 20 yards apart, and but you know, we got it done. I guess he creamed him, so it worked out real good.
And not only was the hunt fun, but just the camaraderie and the camp experience. I mean, and let's be honest, that's kind of the biggest reason a lot of guys go to turkey camp, whether it's out there, back east, anything like that. Is it's awesome hanging out with the guys, especially, you know, the UC Hunting Properties guys and stuff like that. And
yeah, we try to do it again if it said we talked about it. I mean, if it's something that it happens in the future, we'll definitely make the trip out there again. And
our goal is to always give a hunt away, you know, as part of kind of our membership drive for UC Hunting Properties every year, because of course that renews every year. But we'll be at convention. That's why we go to convention, to talk to people and share ideas and best practices. But I'd like to think next year we'll be right there, you know, back there at the Harris Ranch, or maybe forever it'll be at the Harris Ranch. We don't know. But Destry was pretty nice donating the ranch so that we could use it the way we did, and he was all about making the donation to Hunting with Heroes. So pretty cool.
And I wanted to say that too. Not only did he make, you know, a nice offer of letting us come out and do that, but UC matched the bid, right?
Mike Duffy stepped up big. I mean, that was pretty cool. Yeah. Matched your guys' bid. I mean, it was $11,600, I believe, is what we donated to Hunt with Heroes. So that's a lot of money. It'll do a lot of good for that organization.
I'd do it again next year. It wouldn't bother me a bit. They'll have to bid for it if they want it.
Yeah, old boy's going to be on her.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you guys. It was fun running around the hills with you. Look forward to doing it again.
Yep, absolutely.
Cool.
Thanks.